bus driver didn't let me in, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I'm like, here's $5.
Yo, you're rich, man.
I needed to get on.
It's like, keep the change, man. Give me a transfer.
All right, guys, back for another team video. If you're outside of Toronto and you're thinking of moving to Toronto, here are, how many people? 5 things. 5 things I wish I knew before moving to Toronto. So, who wants to start?
I'll start.
All right.
He knows
What is it? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
The kamikaze bikers.
Oh.
You guys better watch out for that because you don't see them 1 minute and the next thing you know, you're trying to make the right turn, it goes zoom. So I think it's like 10 points every one that you hit. But that's one of the things you gotta worry about when you come into Toronto.
We'll get you a bike for Christmas. So you can really just like understand and empathize from the people.
Oh, he's one of them.
No, I think that's yeah. There's like how many people in Toronto now? 3 million, 5 million, 6 million, something like that. In GTA,
I thought it was like 6 million.
6 million in GTA,
Yeah.
like 3 million in the core of Toronto. We have to share the road, man.
I know, it's the worst.
You got to share the road with people.
Ever.
So we have bikers, pedestrians, transit, taxi, cars,
Scooters.
E-bikes.
We got so much more
yeah.
ways of transportation now. It's
There's
so many
crazy.
people.
But just be careful.
One wheel.
One wheels,
one wheels,
yeah,
this
the
is
one
crazy.
wheels, rollerblades, everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
you're right. Bikers are kind of crazy. Some people don't.
They don't care.
They don't care. They don't pay attention to the
Just
law.
go.
Yeah, but that's not every biker. There's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
One thing for me is the TTC. So one thing that you should know, although it's my disclaimer is that the TTC is actually very great. Okay, it's not the worst subway station or what is it called? Public
District
transportation system out there. It's extremely close. So, I have a funny story with it because when I was at Eden Center, and this was like first time going to Ryerson, the stations were really close together, Queen Street and Dundas.
Okay.
And I thought I needed to get to Queen Street, right? So to get to Queen Street, I knew how to take it using the TTC. So I went from Dundas, took the TTC, paid my $3 to take the TTC to Queen Street. And when I went outside, I'm like, I'm still in the mall. I'm still in the mall. So I'm like, what did I just pay $3?
You did.
Just-
For 3 minutes.
Yeah.
$3 for the 3 minutes.
Yeah, for
Nice.
3 minutes.
There you go.
I could have just walked across the mall and get to my
Too bad you
destination.
can't split the tickets no more. Back in the days, you
Oh,
split the tickets
yeah.
and you put
Put it on a
the
piece of
sticker,
paper.
and then after you just put it in, it just goes in. It doesn't flip.
Yeah, and along in that time, I guess it's another thing for Toronto, or what you should know when you're moving to Toronto, is weather. So at that time, the weather in Toronto is very, what's it called?
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Bipolar.
It can be super cold in the
Bipolar.
morning.
Quad polar.
Yeah.
Quadpolar, yeah.
Yeah.
4 seasons.
4 seasons in a
4
day.
seasons.
Yeah, you know those memes where people just wear a winter jacket in the
Yeah.
morning, shed a little bit off in the afternoon, and then shed more off mid-afternoon, and then
That's basically.
putting back on the jackets later in the evening. So yeah, so it's like when I was traveling in the TTC at that time, you see me in the morning bundled up, and then later towards the day I'm holding on my jacket. So it's a pain in the butt just bringing this around everywhere.
So if you're coming to Toronto, just layer up, right? Or like, what'd you say? There's 2 seasons in Toronto: summer and construction.
Construction. That's it. So winter and construction.
Winter and construction. That's it.
I just wish I knew how difficult it was to park around the city. Because I don't actually live in the city, but I work in the city, and it's hard a lot of times to find good parking, especially because I can't really parallel park that well. So it's difficult, and it's also really expensive to park here.
Have you ever been towed?
No, but I've been close. I have a lot of parking tickets actually. So-
Careful, because actually one day I had my car. It was like I parked somewhere, and then like a few minutes later it was gone. I was like, "What the heck? Who stole this?" Right? So anyway, I called the non-emergency number, and it turns out that it got towed because you've got 3 unpaid parking tickets. They tow you. I don't know if that's still a rule or not, but
I think it is.
it still is.
Wow,
So
you
be
should
careful.
pay it.
Oh my
Careful.
god.
Pay your parking tickets.
But it's
I'm up to date now. But
yeah, but it's true though. Even parking, like you get all those signs, like you got the do not park, but yes, okay, park for an hour, but 20 minutes, you're like,
Yeah, the signs
November
are so
and April.
yeah,
confusing.
November, April, now
And
this
15th
side.
of the first
Yeah,
month
right?
only.
And it's like snow area. You're just like, Forget it.
I think signs is like a reason to get out of your car. Like you look at the sign and
you're
drive
just like,
by
can I
it.
park here?
Yeah, but you have to get out of it.
You have
Look
to
at it,
squint
but
at it.
You cross your arms, like
Yeah, you're like thinking about
check your calendar on your phone.
Yeah.
What month is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, parking is a bad thing for sure. It's a busy city. It's dense, right? So
They gotta regulate it somehow.
or take public transit or bicycles.
and die.
So public transit related, I grew up in Asia and I came from Hong Kong. So for the longest time, I only used something called an Oyster card.
Ooh.
So when I first,
Batatong. Yeah.
So when I got to Toronto, I was like, okay, you don't have a card system, and I didn't know how to get on the streetcar. And this was the Spadina streetcar running north and south, and I was at U of T trying to get to Chinatown. So I got on the streetcar with a $20 bill because I didn't have any other cash on me. And I was like,
Rich.
is there a machine
First world
here? And then I was about to stick it in the thing thinking that the driver was gonna give me change. And he was like, dude, you're crazy. I'm like, how do I pay for my fare? And he was like, use tokens. That's when I realized that apparently our public transit still relies on tokens.
Okay, so that was like 15 years ago. Now we have a Presto card.
Yeah.
So we're good. We're good.
We're good now.
But back then it was.
I did pay with bills before. I had like $5 bills, and they're like,
Yeah,
the-
but
the
if you're
bus
going with
driver
somebody
didn't-
else, like
They'll
you're
give you
from me and this
change.
person, and you just drop it.
Yeah, the bus driver didn't let me in, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. So I'm like, here's $5.
Yo, you're rich, man.
I needed to get on.
It's like, keep the change, man. Give me a transfer.
Give me a transfer, please.
Give me a transfer this one, the next one. I'll call your other guy. Meet me over there and give me a transfer that.
So what are you saying? Public transit sucks or is good?
Public transit took a while to sort of improve and reach
It's getting better
international
now.
standards.
I
It's
actually
getting
like
better.
I actually like public transit.
I like our
I love
public
it too.
transit because it's simple. It's
Yeah, it's
not
easy.
like we have a smaller subway line, but a lot more buses that go everywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like it.
You
grew
say
up
it's
on
simple.
buses.
You say it's simple, but you pay $3 to go from Dundas to Queens.
Yeah,
I was lost.
I milk those transfers to go in. Like, yo, can you practically transfer? And you click it, like, yeah, you transfer, you go upstairs, you're like, and you go in the other one.
I like now that you can go unlimited for 2 hours.
2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they might have extended it too because there's so
Before was
many people
worse.
that travel.
You just get somebody as they're walking, like, yo, can you give me transfer? And you go upstairs and you go on the streetcar, like, here's a transfer from wherever.
Sometimes I plan my trips now because it's like 2-3 hours. I think they increased it.
Oh,
So
nice.
like I go like I'm gonna go grocery shopping, do all my shopping,
yeah.
and come back in one use.
But the transit's better now
Okay.
because before when I was taking it in the subway, you don't have like a service. Now you have it. You could fully be on your phone.
Yeah. Oh,
underground.
no way. They have
Yeah,
some-
yeah.
They have
Yeah.
phone.
I'm on my
No
phone.
way.
I'm on my phone.
In the subway, yeah, underground. I was,
Depends where.
I was on
It
it.
depends what providers. Depends what providers.
On my transits, it doesn't work.
Who's your tell us? That's why Rogers.
I
Anything
think,
under
I think it
Rogers?
was
No
Bell.
way,
It
that's
was
awesome.
Bell and Rogers,
Finally.
something like that.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
I remember
That's
because I
huge.
was like, what the okay, cool.
If you're not from Toronto, there's also streetcars, which is something cool. In Hong Kong, those are called ding dings, right?
Ding
But
dings? That's
it's like a
cool.
trolley. It's like basically a trolley that
Tram?
sits on a tram, yeah, on actual fixed tracks, and it gets you A to B pretty quickly.
Cool.
So especially the King streetcar and all that.
Well, unless one ahead of you breaks down and then suddenly they're all piled up
Yeah.
back to back.
They're
Yeah,
large
that's true.
though. They got extended, right?
Yeah,
So
we got the new
it's not
ones
like
from
a-
Bombardier. They're
Yeah.
pretty nice to sit in.
My thing is, if you're not from Toronto and you're trying to come here, I think diversity is the biggest one. I mean, look around the table. We're all like United Colors of Benetton. You guys remember what that means? But it's pretty awesome that that we have the diversity in terms of food, in terms of music, in terms of everything, just people. So I love it. That's the best thing. I always like even traveling around the world, it's kind of weird to be an interracial couple, right? Which is kind of weird. They give you funny looks. Not so much now, but back then they used to. And now it's pretty good. It's kind of acceptable, and I love it. That's the thing I love about Toronto.
Yep.
Anyway, thanks for watching for another episode. I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.